Alright, welcome back. So today we are on team number 15 of rebuilding all 30 NBA teams. Today we're on the Orlando Magic. We are halfway done now. So for the Magic, they have Paolo, who just won Rookie of the Year. They have Cole Anthony, they have Markelle Fultz, they have Wendell Carter Jr., they have Jonathan Isaac, Jalen Suggs, all kinds of young guys. I know I'm forgetting a couple. Franz Wagner, I don't know, I forgot about him. Drafting Anthony Black. This team is going to be good in a couple years. I mean, like a really solid team in a couple years. Hopefully we can speed that up a little bit, but we're going to build on Paolo. Probably going to keep Franz Wagner around. Probably going to keep Anthony Black around. We got to do something with the point guard positions because they have so many just like solid point guards on their roster. They actually have Jalen Suggs as a shooting guard in this game. But yeah, I mean, the backside of this team though is iffy. Paolo is hurt with a concussion for 1 to 2 weeks to start off the season. So that's fantastic. But really, looking at this team, backup power forwards got to get better. Small forwards, whatever. I would like to keep Jalen Suggs as my starting shooting guard, but I would also like to upgrade the position. So I want to keep him in the rotation at the minimum. And the point guard position, Markelle Fultz, I honestly might just move him. Cole Anthony I just had him in the Lakers one. Very solid. So this team has some trades to make. First things first, I'm actually going to see what does all their point guards, what do they become as two guards? And I could move Markelle Fultz to the shooting guard, which I'm going to do. I like that 1-2 backcourt. I like Franz Wagner, Jonathan Isaac starting at the 4, and Wendell Carter Jr. Yeah, I mean, I do like that rotation, but that back half is just tough. So I think I'm moving Gary Harris for sure. Jonathan Isaac might need to go just because $17 million for 79 overall. Injuries have absolutely killed this man's career. I mean, it does suck to see, but I think we do need to move on. John Collins does cost us a first-round pick, though, and he's a pretty expensive guy to go get. Grant Williams could be an interesting fit. Ben Simmons could be interesting. He's still pretty young. At the power forward position, could be interesting. I don't know what he is at the power forward position. He's not going to shoot the ball a lot. Good defender. It could be worth it. It really could. Jonathan Isaac is a very good defender as well. He's like an amazing defender. What is he at power forward? I know he's listed as a small forward, which I think is a little weird. He was down as a power forward, even though he was a power forward, I think, like coming into the league. And I'm kind of curious because this is gonna like determine if I actually make this trade. Ben Simmons is a 78 at a power forward. So it's not really making me any better if I flip Jonathan Isaac for where'd he go? Jonathan Isaac for Ben Simmons. I'm not getting any better from that trade, so I won't do that trade. Just because Royce O'Neal wouldn't play for me. Chris Paul doesn't really fit the timeline, although he's the best player available. They have a lot of picks here. Throwing this Nuggets pick, probably the least valuable of the picks, but it should beef up trades just a little bit. Miles Bridges. That could be one right there. I would flip Terry Rozier pretty quickly. Would be fun. I just don't need Cam Thomas. But yeah, I think I'm looking at Miles Bridges. We're giving up a first and a second. Miles Bridges will start at the 4, and then we'll go ahead and trade Terry Rozier alongside Joe Ingles. Aaron Gordon could be fun. Bring him back to Orlando. Yeah, I mean, he has a different role than he had the first time he was here in Orlando. Draymond Green could be interesting. Nurk could be interesting. That's pretty cheap for Nurk. I do keep seeing Nurk show up in trades throughout these videos. I think I'm going to pull the trigger on this one. I think I can make it work somewhere to give him some, starting minutes. Wendell Carter Jr. as a power forward doesn't go down, so we'll do that. And then I'm going to go move him to be a center, secondary position. So Cole Anthony, Markelle Fultz, Franz Wagner, Wendell Carter Jr., and then Nurkic as my starting lineup. Miles Bridges. I almost like this more. So I'm actually going to go back and reverse what I just did. Nurk off the bench. I think if I'm giving him 26 minutes a game, he's fine off my bench. But Nurk, Jalen Suggs, we don't need Mo Wagner then. And Anthony Black and then Nasir Little. We have a really, really big rotation when it comes to our bench. So I'm going to move on from, I'll look to see what I can get for Nurk, and if it's not anything crazy, we'll move on from Mo Wagner. And nothing's really catching my eye as something that's worthwhile to do. I think I'm fine with just keeping Nurk around, so we'll go Mo Wagner as well as Nasir Little. Derek White could be interesting. Kenyon Martin Jr. could be interesting. Josh Green. I feel like I don't get Josh Green a lot. He could be a solid little pickup. I think I'll go with Josh Green just because Rashad Holmes, that contract can just be gone. Opens up some money for the offseason. Yeah, I mean, that's a big contract that I can just make disappear. Yeah, I mean, like Alex Len the second. Just gets rid of his contract. And then I'm going to see, who do we have in free agency? Christian Wood. I don't know. Is this cheesy? My roster's full. So there you go. There's the answer. So rotation-wise, we've gone over the starting lineup. But then my bench here, if I go 10, I got Nurk. I got Jalen Suggs as my 2. Nurk at the 5. Josh Green at the 3. Anthony Black at the 1. And then Chuma Okeke is a small forward, power forward. I'd rather play Jet Howard these last couple spot minutes to round out the rotation. And then Paolo's going to be back. I did kind of forgot Paolo was there. So once Paolo's back, Miles Bridges will join him on the bench. Nurk could end up being a rental then. Nurk really could end up being a rental. Or we could just go big and have Marco Fultz come off the bench. We'll just see how it plays out. See who's playing well, see who's not. Once Paolo comes back, so he's going to be out the first 2 weeks, so we'll just go ahead and sim that real quick. All right, so we lose Jalen Suggs day-to-day, but Paolo is back. They do want to start him over Miles Bridges, and they want to start Nurk, who's playing better than Wendell Carter Jr., so I'm cool with that. Team is not off to a good start. Paolo's second game back, he drops 27 in our first win of the season. Jalen Suggs should be back now. So now we're looking at Cole Anthony, Marco Fultz, Franz Wagner, Paolo, and then Nurk starting or Wendell Carter Jr. And then we have Miles Bridges, Wendell Carter Jr. as our bigs off the bench with Jalen Suggs at the 2, Anthony Black at the 1, Josh Green at the 3. I love that rotation. Even if we're bad this year, honestly, I might just run it back just because that team's young, should progress well. And yeah, I mean, already things are turning around. That was just a slow start. All right, so we're just past the new year. I got a little bit of time till the trade deadline, but 15 and 22, bouncing around the 6, 7, 8 seed. Right now we're all the way down to 10. Wendell Carter Jr. has not been good so far this year, but neither is Nurk. I honestly think they're kind of stealing minutes from each other. So I'm gonna move on from Nurk. He's older. He's probably gonna regress. I'll throw in a younger Admiral Schofield just to try and sweeten the deal. I mean, he's 26 to 70 overall. I'm going to look to try and get a different position. Bobo, Mitchell Robinson. That might be too good to pass up on, though. That is a very good deal. And even giving up that first isn't terrible. I don't see anything outside of that. I mean, this is like figured out how to make it work. Bobo was on the Magic. They just let him go. We're trading back for him. New GM. It's a new GM. But I'm willing to do that. I don't even really know. I mean, once again, we're going to have the same issue with Mitchell Robinson. So I'm going to flip him. I honestly might just flip Bobo. But this just gives me options. It really does. We could bring back another former Orlando Magic and Vooch. Although I'm not going to. Isn't this man's career over? I'm not sure why he's in 2K still. John Collins could be interesting. I see him like crazy. It could be worth it. But we do have Miles Bridges off the bench. I mean, just looking at what we need, honestly, I just need some like guard play. So I think I'm going to go in and just try and trade for like a decentish guard with those two guys and hopefully make the money work. Like a D-Lo. I might be shooting too high with that in mind. They have too many players then, but that's fine. Give me Maxwell Lewis, who has so much potential. Never mind. Give me Yuta, and then give me a first. I know they need picks bad. I'll take 2 firsts. Because really, I mean, my backup point guard right now is Anthony Black, which, like, there's nothing wrong with that long term. Just right now, I think this is, like, the boost we need is, like, a D-Lo off the bench. Is he worth 2 firsts, though? I don't know. I'm willing to fill this up with seconds. They are willing to do it for that. So, I mean, D-Lo for Mitch Robinson, Bobo, and a first. I mean, those seconds aren't going to matter at the end of the day. D'Lo is not going to start for me. I am going to make sure he has a forced non-starter on here. We'll keep it on just for the one season. If we keep him longer than the one season, I'll turn it back on. But I don't want him to start over Cole Anthony. But I think that is going to be a good little boost off the bench. Yeah, I mean, I'm liking the lineup. Miles Bridges has been great off the bench. Paolo's having an iffy year. Do I potentially move him to the 3? Franz has been iffy. Do I put Franz off the bench, low-key, to give Miles Bridges an opportunity? Paolo gets better. Is it worth looking to trade Franz as well? I'm going to try this. I won't trade Franz right now. I mean, he had a breakout year, but he's been iffy. I have him be my 6th man, but I really want to start Miles Bridges just the way he's been playing. And him and Paolo competing for minutes. And then off the bench right now, we have a good little lineup. No bigs now getting minutes off the bench, which could be scary. If we get in foul trouble, Chumokiki can play. Udawanabe can play. Jet Howard is out of the rotation, but it is what it is. We'll figure something out at the trade deadline. All right, right before the trade deadline, Miles Bridges goes down for 2 to 4 weeks. We're not going to do that. We'll just put Franz back in the starting lineup. But I believe we were 500 or near 500. Don't quote me on that. But I mean, this D'Lo trade has been working out pretty good so far. 26 and 27. The one thing I did do, that matter of fact, I'm going to undo now, just to give him some minutes. Jet Howard was in the G League. But now that he's hurt, I can give those last couple minutes to him instead. Just because I want him to get a little PT. He's already been playing, so I don't want to completely waste his rookie season. But coming in on the trade deadline, I think if we're healthy, we're fine. So I'm not going to stop this year. We're in the playoff run. I'm going to offer extensions to everybody, but we're just going to keep going. Okay. James Harden with an MVP. That is a new one. I mean, he's putting up nowhere near his former MVP numbers. But wins MVP with 25 and 12. Wemby Rookie of the Year. Christian Wood for the Lakers, 6th Man of the Year. Giannis DPOY. Trendon Watford, Most Improved Player. Okay. Nick Nurse of the Sixers. So that might be why. I mean, the Sixers usually aren't, a 1-2 seed, but they were this time. For the Magic, I'm assuming we're not going to have anybody on an All-NBA team. We do not. Nobody on a defensive team. I would assume we have a rookie here, and we don't. I would think we had a couple guys close. Anthony Black, 6.1 points per game. That's a little low. I mean, you got a couple guys that are at 8, but, that is a little low. So we snuck in as the 9 seed. We finished 39 and 43, just like the Pacers. Like I said, I assumed we'd finish around 500, so I'm not completely worried about it. Taking a look at the stats here. Paolo put up 19, a little bit less than his rookie season. Markelle Fultz was 16, his best season ever of his career. So moving to shooting guards kind of revived his career. Cole Anthony getting better. D'Lo, numbers are down from his Lakers season. I think he was at like 15, 16 when we traded for him, so still fine. Miles Bridges, his numbers were down from where they were at one point. Franz Wagner was way down. That's his worst season ever. And Wendell Carter Jr., same thing, I believe. As his worst year in Orlando Magic uniform. But you take a look at the games played. Josh Green, Anthony Black, Franz Wagner, and Cole Anthony were the only ones that stayed healthy the whole season. That honestly could be part of it. We're going to be playing the Chicago Bulls, who are just your standard Chicago Bulls. This could go either way. And we do win that game to give us a chance at the 8 seed against the Knicks, who are just they have Nurk. We gave them Nurk. So we're just going to simulate we are going to be the 8 seed. We started as a 9 seed, so that's fine. Gives us an opportunity to potentially make a run here in year 1. I don't think we're ready, especially not to beat the Boston Celtics. We're down 2-0. If we can even steal a game, I'm taking that as a win. And we were not able to, so we got swept. It is what it is. We were a sub 500 team. Wasn't expecting to win it. As we're going to have Rockets, Celtics here. And Celtics are going to win. Yeah, that's a dominant team. Wasn't really expecting to beat them year 1. So I believe I held on to our pick this year. I don't see it. We gave it to the Lakers for D'Lo. That's right. I still think that's worth it long term. Just because he has another year left on his deal. We can flip him at the trade deadline if need be. But this is a big offseason to get everybody back. Draft-wise, I don't think we have any firsts. I didn't see one. We do have a second-round pick, so like usual, just let the computer do it. Nobody crazy in this class to start off. We do get a 72 in the second round, which I'll take. All 4 of these guys we'll take right back. And then qualifying offers, we will extend qualifying offers to everybody. We have a lot of cap space. We could go out and get James Harden. He just is coming off an MVP. He's going to regress. It is just an interesting thing to like note though. Desmond Bane is restricted, I was going to say. Otherwise, that could be a pickup. OG Anunoby could be a pickup. He usually progresses just a little bit more. Kawhi could potentially be a pickup. Pascal Siakam could be a pickup, though we don't need him with Paolo there. Nick Claxton is an interesting one here. I think if we're going to go out and try and get anybody, it'd be Nick Claxton. I definitely want to try and get my guys back, and that would be Markelle Fultz is going to be a big one. Unless these guys are restricted, I think like I said, want to go try and get Nick Claxton. I think that's a big pickup. We would have to lose. I don't want to lose Miles Bridges. Nick Claxton's going to accept another offer. Not entirely worried about it. He's going to go to the Rockets. Sabonis, I'm not against. I just don't know if he's going to regress. Jalen Duren is unrestricted. I'm going to go get Jalen Duren. He's been solid for me every single time I get him. But I can't get him without renouncing rights to Cole Anthony. And that is a big no-go for me. I will give up Miles Bridges for him, though. I don't want to. I am willing to do that. I want to hold on to Cole Anthony, though. So we're going to get Jalen Duren, losing Markelle Fultz. And then I think the move is to move Wendell Carter Jr. back to power forward. And then pick up a backup for Jalen Duren. Jalen Duren's been solid for me every single time I get him. So definitely going to bring him in. And then we're going to go get some rebounding. We'll pick up Drummond on a minimum. We just got to wait for these guys to take their qualifying offers. Cole Anthony needs to hurry up and take an offer. Because I do not want... Oh, no. No way. I can't even offer him anymore. Okay. Here we go. We're going to make some money moves now. That was just enough money that I need to... I got to get rid of him for nothing now. I would rather lose him than lose my guy. He honestly wants a shorter contract. I am willing to give him a player to make it work. This sucks. I'm really going to lose him now. Ooh, no, I won't. I won't lose him. I just need to keep track of it. Make sure I don't get outbid. This is stressful. I'm stressing out. Thank you. Josh Green. We're going to hold on to. Dodged the bullet. Really did. We can go get somebody else with A+ rebounding. There's a lesson in not clicking through this too fast, because that would have changed things a lot if we would have lost him. Make sure we hold on to his rights though now. If somebody could just go sign the guy, because I hate this stupid little glitch that it does sometimes. He comes back. Progression, Paolo's up to an 87. Franz Wagner's up to an 86. Markel's up 1. Jalen Duren's up 2. Jalen Suggs is up 3. Anthony Black's up 2. Jet Howard's up 3. This is huge. That was a huge offseason. I'm still a little stressed. Just a little stressed about almost losing Cole Anthony here. We have too many people. We'll go ahead and trade somebody, and then we will get into next season here. It's gonna be our second round pick. But we got 2 first for him, which I still don't get because no second rounder is just going to be traded for 2 picks. So looking at our lineup here, D'Lo might be time to get flipped. Just Anthony Black is good enough to be a legit backup. Cole Anthony is good enough to be a legit starter. We have 2 legit guards here. We have 2 legit small forwards. Do I pull Paolo back to power forward? I think I leave it, because I can go get a backup power forward and a backup center. So I think it is time to move on from D'Lo. He's going to be on like his 5th team in 4 years or something like that. Yeah, I mean, that's not my problem. Anthony Black is more than good enough to be my backup. This might be the move. I can flip Drummond or Vooch, but that gives me a lot of options. There are a lot of options here, actually. I still think this is the best trade, though. I can flip Vooch here real quick to get another, power forward or small forward or something that works. Could just go with D'Lo back, because I liked a lot of the trades I've seen for D'Lo. I am gonna do that actually. I'm willing to get this first. This looks so weird, but I liked the trades I was getting for D'Lo more. Let me guess, Vooch is going to be here for the Bulls again. Oh, he wasn't. Okay, they're happy with their roster now. Just kidding. He's right there. Am could be fun. Am could be really fun. That might be the move. Sadiq Bey could be fun. That could be the move. I'm looking at these traits. I just need to look to see what's the rotation looking like. Bam could be interesting. I have Bam and Jalen Duren have won me championships, so that could be the go-to. Sadiq Bey I haven't had before. Sadiq Bey could be fun, and make Wendell Carter my backup center. I'm not against that, or my backup 4. I think I'm going to do that. I also don't want to be repetitive. I mean, if we're 15 in and I'm had just like 5 or 6 different combos, I really want to get different combos every time. So giving up a second for Sadiq Bey, who they're going to make him the backup. I'm not against. I think I've had Sadiq Bey before, and he's been pretty solid. This team's looking really good. This is a really deep team. Jet Howard, I'll make it 11 to give him some minutes here. But once Anthony Black is back, not a whole lot I can do for him. But yeah, I mean, I think this team's set. We'll just get into simming. Start off 0-2. I feel like every single team starts off 0-2. So I'm not entirely worried about that. And yeah, this is a rarer one to see. Shea MVP. I honestly think this could happen, like not obviously not next year, but down the line. 33-10 for the kid. Number 1 pick, winning rookie of the year. Dame, 6th man of the year, still hasn't gotten his trade. Jaren Jackson Jr., DPOY. Scoot Henderson, most improved player. And there, right there, is why Dame is 6th man of the year. Joe Mazzulla, coach of the year. And the Rockets executive of the year. East was a little bit better than the West. Looking for Magic. And we have nobody on an All-NBA team. Defensively, don't have anybody. Not a rookie on our team. But we were the 4 seed. 52-30. Kind of just right in the middle of everything. We took a look at the stats halfway through the season, and not much changed. I mean, they're almost the exact same numbers. We were pretty lucky. Nobody got hurt throughout the season, and we are healthy right now. We're taking on the Raptors, who replaced Fred VanVleet, Spencer Dinwiddie. And outside of that, James Wiseman, I think I saw at the last second there. Pretty solid team here, and they're 2-2. We're up 3-2, and we're going to a game 7 here in round 1 of year 2, and we're just all right. I would assume this is a win. That was a pretty dominant first quarter, and yeah, we're gonna move on to round 2, get our rematch against Boston, who has not gotten any worse. Added Clint Capella and added Malik Beasley, but we do steal game 2, and we steal game 4, and we steal game 5, and we're going to 7 with I think they're the reigning champs. We're on the road here, up a decent amount back to back now. They came storming back in the third quarter. This is going to be close-ish. Round 6. It is possible, and now, yeah, that's going to be wraps. It's improvement. That is improvement. I mean, took the team that just swept us in the first round to 7 in the second round. Cavs, Thunder, and the Thunder are going to win a chip here. Shea with the MVP and Finals MVP. So, Paolo, Franz, Cole Anthony, Sadiq Bey is locked in, but our top 3 guys, all free agents. This is going to be a big one. I believe we do have a pick, which is a rare sight in these. I feel like I traded away like crazy, just not even thinking about it. Yeah, we have pick number 25, which I don't feel like using. So we're going to move 25. We're going to move Wendell Carter, or who is less potential? Wendell Carter. Okay, we'll move Wendell Carter. Andre Murray. He's a talented player to have on the roster that we can just find somewhere to make it work. So I'm going to go ahead and do that trade. Don't know if he'll end up on the team long term. I would not be surprised to see him traded relatively soon. 82 overall, Miguel Cruz goes number 1. This is an absolutely legendary center draft. I mean, top 5 picks are all centers. Okay, I've seen weirder things than that, I guess. Of course, we're gonna bring back Paolo. Cole Anthony's coming back. Anthony Black's coming back. Jet Howard's coming back. Caleb Houston, we might as well. He could be a trade piece. And then these 2 are coming back on qualifying offers. We have money. We don't. So Josh Green is not restricted. So we're gonna go back and get him, and then we are going to go out and try and get Bones. He was restricted, so we'll go get Terrence Mann, and no, we'll go get Trey Jones instead. We are not gonna get Trey Jones if we have to lose those 2 guys. Cole Anthony, yeah, no. Do need to go get Jalen Suggs as well. Yeah, Josh Green's coming back. Just need to go get Cole Anthony, which I thought he was still locked in. Why can I not find him? Go get Cole, and then so the big off season is just gonna be go get our guys back. Okay, the Clippers just tried to take both of our guys, and we blocked both of them. We do need to pick up a power forward. We're just gonna look young. JT Thor, perfect. Just please sign. Make it easy. So, don't think we'll have anybody regress. Yes. We have Andre Drummond regress, but that's not that big of a deal. We had 5 small forwards, so something needs to change small forward wise. Might do some of the trades in the offseason. I don't know if I'm over 15. I'm not. Okay. So we just need to figure out how to condense some of our value. Paolo's not coming off the bench. That's just dumb. DeJounte Murray's not going to be on the team, I don't think. I don't know if I really have a need for him. Franz Wagner's not going to be on the team, for sure. But yeah, we just need to get better. I mean, obviously, that's the point of basketball. I might look to see if I can get a better starting point guard. Make Cole Anthony my backup. Could you get me DG with DeJounte Murray? It would require $5 million more than allowed. I have a $5 million contract sitting right there. DeJounte Murray and Jet Howard. I'll give you 2 firsts. They'll do it for 2 firsts. Okay. This is why we bring in DeJounte Murray in that trade. E.g. Jalen Suggs as my starter. I don't hate. Franz Wagner. I move Paolo back to the 4. It doesn't hurt his overall. I mean, that's already better. Jalen Duren is our 5. Sadiq Bey, Cole Anthony, Markelle Fultz, Anthony Black, Draymond Green, and Josh Green. If I can flip Draymond Green and Josh Green for a better center, I think I'm set. Just a better backup center with those 2 guys. And Zubac, if I can get somebody just a little bit better than Zubac, maybe. It doesn't look like it. So we'll go Zubac, and then I'll go in here, just see if there's somebody I can get with Zubac real quick. 56K. 56K is stopping me from making this trade. Give me James Najee and call it wraps. This is a 1 overall upgrade, and then, you know, a little bit of a reach there. Throw on the first, makes it work. So yeah, I mean, we just upgraded what would be our last rotation spot. Seems much better. We have all 80s playing. We'll fill out the roster real quick, and then we will sim. This should be a team. I mean, this just like free agent class is pretty crazy, and then there's a lot of 40s. I don't want to sign just straight 40s. I'll pick up 2 guys, and then just get in the simming. All right, day before trade deadline, we lose Jalen Duren. Squad's hooping right now. We're the 2 seed. Back 5 games though. Let's see if we take this win. We do not. Okay. I don't know if we need to make any trades. We also lost Markelle Fultz in that game. That sucks. Not a lot I can do. I feel like to improve the team much. Anthony Black could potentially go just to get me a better backup small forward, which is kind of what I'm missing. Ian Murray is interesting. I could move him to the 3. Jarris Walker, I don't know if he can move to the 3. I probably should know that. Jaden Ivey, and I throw in a first. Okay. That is, these are crazy trades. I'm going to do that. Jaden Ivey, the value is there. We can just figure it out. We honestly can just figure out where to play him. I want to see, he could play the 3, which would move Franz Wagner to the bench. I don't hate it. Don't hate it at all. JT Thor and Rui to get some minutes until we get some players back. But that's my trade deadline. That's a big trade. I mean, pick up an 88 at the trade deadline on a whim. It's pretty solid. I mean, last year Anthony Black's not going to get any better. He had, was that 4-star value? I think it's worth it long term. And we could potentially move into the 1 seed. I mean, it looks like the Cavs keep winning, but we're right there with them. Shea, back-to-back MVPs. This number 4 overall pick wins Rookie of the Year. Dame, another 6th Man of the Year. Evan Mobley, DPOY. Cade, Most Improved. Went to the Clippers. So the Pistons must have just been selling because, I mean, Jaden Ivey was also on the Pistons. Now he's not. Obviously, because I have him. David Bigstaff of the Cavs. And then Brandon Harrison of the Cavs. 63-19. I didn't see our record. I think with we were 50-19 at some point, so I would assume we didn't finish with less than 19 losses. I see no Magic anywhere, Once again, just getting absolutely snubbed for anything. Finishes a 2 seed, 5 games back. So he never really gained any ground on them. Taking a look at the stats here. Jaden Ivey, great trade. Breakout year for him. I don't know if that was for us or for the Pistons, but pretty solid trade. Darius Garland, also really solid trade. We also made the Cavs worse, I would think. Clearly not, just because they are still the 1 seed. You look at the rest of the stats here, and then let me make sure we're actually healthy, because we need to make a playoff push here. Our last year, I'm going to keep Jaden Ivey starting. Not sure why the game would want to bench him, but we're going to be playing a team from the play-in here, which will be the Raptors, who we played in the play-in. Almost, or I did see Grady Dick in the trade. They lost Scotty Barnes because James Wiseman's their best player. I mean, he's the one with the basketball right now. So that means he's their best player. So this team is not as talented as they once were, but let's not disrespect them too much till we beat them. Perfect. We're going to be playing the former MVP. And nope, just kidding. He's not there. It's Tyrese Maxey, Klay Thompson, Joel Embiid for the Sixers. Not sure where James Harden's at. Really couldn't tell you. But we're up 2-1. 2-2, 3-2, 4-2, perfect. Playing the Atlanta Hawks. We took DeJounte Murray from them. They have Trae Young. We gave him Wendell Carter Jr. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that team. Clearly, we made the Cavs a little bit worse because they got beat by a 5 seed. And that same 5 seed is going to take us to 6, but we are in the finals. Darius Garland with Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Playing the Rockets, who picked up Pascal Siakam. This team is crazy. If we lose this team, I wouldn't even be that mad. But we take game 1. They take game 2. They take game 3. Somebody got hurt. Sadiq Bey is done. He is done. I'm going to shorten the rotation to like 8. I think, yeah. We'll go 9. We'll give Mark Williams some time. But down 3-1. Ooh, 3-2. Okay, we will simcast. We need 2 straight wins here in the simcast to go 8-7 all time. Looks like we're going to pick up game 6, and we are going to take game 6, forcing a game 7 here. We are at home, but they jump out ahead right away. We gain control heading into the second. Close ball game going into halftime. They're up 5 here. Ooh, this could be it. Oh, back and forth. A little bit back and forth. They're up 8 with 30 seconds left. That's wraps. We took a really good, that was a really good team. Team progressed really well. I'm not even really mad about it. You have an 87 coming off your bench. Not mad about that at all. Yeah, this team is crazy. This team is so crazy. Take that team to 7. That's pretty much a win. We have a very good team here too. Yeah, I mean, injuries kind of suck, but I mean, Sadiq Bey, that was a pretty big player to miss in the finals. It is what it is. I mean, you go to 7 and 8, but you go to game 7 in the finals in the last year. Can't ask for much more. So the next team here will be Dallas Mavericks. Luka and Kyrie. We need to build around Luka and Kyrie. Derek Lively, couldn't tell you how he progressed in this game. He's an interesting piece. And then Luka's usually the best player in 2K. So yeah, that'll be fun to build around him. And yeah, back below 500. That was going to get this one. But yeah, other than that, I'm out. Peace.